Hey guys, it's time to compare the Galaxy S7 to the Sony Xperia X. So in this video, I'm going to be helping you in deciding which phone you have to buy by comparing them and talking about my experience because I've been using them for some time. So let's talk about, first of all, price, okay? There are two Sony Xperia X. One of them is the performance and the other one is the normal Xperia X. So basically specs are the same, just that the Xperia X performance is actually having Snapdragon 820, like the same internals as the Galaxy S7, so which can give you a boost in benchmarks and maybe even in daily performance. I don't know because I don't have that phone, but yeah, that's that. Also, price-wise, the Xperia X will cost around in June. It's going to cost around in between $500 to $600, and the Galaxy S7 is currently available everywhere and it costs around in between $650 and $700. You know, depends if you get the official warranty variant or not. But anyways, price-wise, they are pricey phones, okay? You have to spend your money carefully, okay, and get the right device so that you won't be disappointed. So let's first talk about the build quality, okay? So both have really different design language. The Galaxy S7 has full glass build. You got aluminum on the side. This is really a shiny, attractive looking phone. It's premium, but you have to deal with fingerprints, okay? Which is the main reason why I hate Galaxy S7 and the S7 Edge, because of the fingerprints. And that's why I prefer aluminum over the glass, you know. That's why I switched to the HTC 10. So yeah, you can see this one doesn't have glass. They have finally dished the glass. So aluminum on the back feels really great. You don't have to worry about fingerprints or anything like that. You may like glass more, you may like aluminum more. It's your personal preference, okay? So you can see the camera is on the top left corner on the Xperia phone. You get Xperia and Samsung branding there. On the back, you can also notice the camera sensor on the Galaxy S7 along with the heart rate sensor, and also the LED flash is also there, the main camera component. And then also you got USB 2.0 on both phones. So none of these phones actually have USB Type-C, which is of course something that a lot of smartphones are getting nowadays. You can notice that you got speaker and the 3.5mm headphone jack on the bottom of the S7, while the Xperia phone has this on the top. You can see the volume rocker on the left of the Galaxy S7, while the volume rocker is on the right, along with the what you call picture capture button. I do have some scratches here, but yeah, it's gonna be clean when you buy it brand new, so don't worry about that. This is the power button, which also have a fingerprint sensor embedded. So both fingerprint sensors are pretty fast. You're not going to be facing any issues or anything like that. In terms of display, the Galaxy S7 has a 5.2-inch Quad HD panel. This is a Quad HD Super AMOLED display, really bright, really nice outdoor quality. You can see that looks absolutely gorgeous. Super AMOLED displays, people, they absolutely love it. So display department wise, I think there's no comparison with Sony, because Sony Xperia X has a 1080p display. It is like the most beautiful 1080p display I've ever seen on a smartphone. It is nice. It is something that I don't really get bothered of. You know, I was using the S7, then I'm using the Xperia X at the moment. I don't really care about Quad HD and going to 1080p as long as it's going to be more battery friendly. So this is a 1080p display. It's really beautiful, but personally the Galaxy S7 is actually a lot more good. Super AMOLED, the colors and all that. You also get always on display on the Galaxy S7, which is pretty nice. It's visible clearly in outdoor, in sunlight. Also the Galaxy S7 is waterproof. Now, I have tested out the water resistant capabilities of this phone. I've done some crazy tests. I know this is a really tough SOB. So yeah, this is definitely something that the Xperia X is not, because Xperia X is not waterproof. I've read online, I've done my research, it's not a waterproof phone. Personally, I haven't done the water test video. You people might want to see that. I'll do it in the future, but this Xperia X performance is a waterproof phone. You got dual speakers on the Sony phone, which is nice, which are decent. I kind of like the speakers on the front compared to having them down here. You know, you can block them while playing games. Also, if we talk about the software, this is Samsung's TouchWiz UI. You might like it, you might hate it. It's just your personal preference. You can see difference-wise. In my personal opinion, the Sony's UI is better because it's more closer to stock. And if there's anything that is closer to stock, it's actually automatically better. So you can see the same thing in the settings, and it's just more cleaner UI. It's really optimized, and even with Snapdragon 650, which is like a mid-range chipset, it performs really better. It outperformed HTC 10, and when I did the speed test video, well, the Galaxy S7, again, you might like the TouchWiz UI. It basically has like features all over the place. You can see you got a lot of quick settings toggles on the Galaxy S7, the app drawer. They certainly improved it, but I think it does need some more improvement in the future, probably with the Android N. So software-wise, I think it should be your personal decision. Again, you can install custom launchers. You are not slave to their custom skins, you know. You can make it look like stock by installing some launchers. Now, in terms of the camera, the picture quality is great on both phones. Again, the Galaxy S7 takes the lead when it comes to making the picture more brighter, because of its f1.7 aperture size. It does really good job in low light situations. It can also record at 4K, and it has a really fast autofocus. Now, Sony also has a hybrid autofocus. Now, with the Xperia X, I don't really see that much of a fastness. You know, in certain situations, the Galaxy S7 still focuses faster, and it has like stable focus performance while recording video. So you cannot record video at 4K on the Xperia X phone, which is something that you should be able to do on the Xperia X Performance because of Snapdragon 820. You also got 13 megapixel front camera on the Xperia phone, which is pretty damn amazing. 5 megapixel on the Galaxy phone. Front camera wise, the Xperia phone definitely does a better job. So let's take a look at the video performance of these two phones. So camera wise, I should say it's just your personal preference. Let me know what you think about the picture quality overall. So lastly, if we talk about the battery, the Galaxy S7 has a 3000 milliamp hour battery, which is of course more than the Xperia X. I think it's around 2600 something, but it is giving me some pretty nice battery performance, you know, in between 4 to 5 hours screen on time, which is probably the same as the Galaxy S7. I was using the S7 Edge as my main phone. That phone was giving me around 5 hours, in between 5 to 4 hours screen on time based on my usage. I watch YouTube videos and use Wi-Fi all the time. So battery wise, they're not gonna be that much of a difference according to my experience. And also the battery is definitely something that is pretty good on almost all 2016 flagship phones. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope this helped you in deciding. Again, just to wrap this one up, both phones actually have micro SD card slots, so you don't have any problem with the storage. Again, to decide, I think Samsung is like a little bit more popular brand compared to Sony, at least where I live, so it's gonna have a better resale value, so you get plus point there. You also get, you might like glass build quality. The camera is actually better in low light situations, also caught up to 4K. Focus is really stable. It's not gonna get heat up. I've seen that if you record video and take pictures a lot, it's gonna quit the camera and say that your device is heating up. So I've seen it with the Xperia X. It may fix with the performance variant, or maybe it may be fixed in the future with the software update. But like I said, Galaxy S7 has a really strong points compared to Sony. It's also waterproof, and on the other hand, on the Sony phone, you get a really excellent battery life. It's cheaper, and also design. You might like this design more compared to glass phones, which are like fingerprint magnets, and they can break easily. So yeah, design, I like this one on Sony. Camera is also pretty decent, better than most of the phones out there, but still with f2.0 aperture size, it doesn't have that much good low light performance compared to the S7. Also, it has a 1080p panel, which is beautiful if you don't care about Quad HD displays, and Super AMOLED. And you also get 13 megapixel front camera. If you are someone who take a lot of selfies, then yeah, you can consider buying Sony Xperia X. And also if you're getting this phone like really cheap, like in cheaper than even $500, which probably you might not get, because in June the official prices will be available. So currently my guess is going to be around $500, or in between $500 to $550. So yeah, that was a full comparison between these two phones. Again, you want better performance, then get the Xperia X performance, but all the rest of the other stuff like camera and other stuff is just the same with the Xperia X. So yeah, please like, subscribe, and peace out.